All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for tuning in to the San Diego Sharks Basketball Network.
How we doing there, Star Singers? Please stand for the
Oh, say, can
right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for tuning in. Live in commentary, the estimate, and we have Zelina Villegas on the camera duty. We have a match between the Blue Waves and the Sharks. Here's Bradford. Bradford drives. It's off the foot. So for the Blue Waves, we have number 2, Marl Ross, 5, Christopher Bradford, 21, Mark Carter, 23, Kyne Williams, and 24, Isaiah Hawk. For the Sharks, 0, Devon Nutter, 3, Dion Davis, 10, Ronnie Reedus, 12, Cameron Brooks, and number 13, Bernard Johnson Jr. Here's Ross. Skips it to Bradford. Bradford, it's a shot clock violation. Johnson Jr. Over to Reedus. Reedus has room. He could shoot it maybe, but he doesn't want to shoot it. Here is Nutter. Johnson Jr. guarded by Bradford. And it's short. Rebounded by Williams. The Coach Mayo's prediction today, I predict the margin of victory will be between 4 and 10 points. Actually, make that 1 through 10 points. Here is Bradford, off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Nutter. They have a good matchup today. Bradford wasn't at the last game, but he was there in the first game. And both teams are a little healthy. And guys are going to be off work. As Davis pulls for 3, it's off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Williams. That is Kyne Williams. As number 21, Mark Carter, will pull up the high school three-pointer, and we can give him 2 for that. Here is Johnson Jr. Jr. puts on the Jets, steps, and he misses. Rebounded by Rooks. Or actually, no, it's rebounded by number 23, Kyne Williams. And he'll throw it and advance the ball to Mark Carter. Step back 3. It's off the side of the backboard. As Nutter has guys up court, and Davis is going to pump fake behind the back pass to Johnson Jr. You like to see that happen, right? That was a great pass, great finish. Here is Christopher Bradford. Bradford drives to the hoop, floats, goes up, and it's off the backboard and clean. The score is 4-2, Sharks behind 2. Picking up the ball will be Johnson Jr. Goes around, comes around, steps under to Rooks, and he gets fouled by number 24. That's Isaiah Hawk. Rooks knocks down the first one. Rooks missed the second one. It'll be rebounded by Williams. Here's Bradford. Over to Ross. Williams to Carter. Carter. It's stripped and is recovered by Davis. Davis will drive up and finish. Nice aggressive take by Dion Davis. Here is Ross. Stolen by Davis. Step through, finish. And Dion is on fire right now. As he just showed you guys, he can throw the pass, he can get aggressive to the hoop, he can play defense and finish the hoop. Here is Bradford. Bradford, guarded by Johnson Jr. Reverse layup, Bradford's good. 7-6, Sharks up 1. Here's Johnson Jr. Between the legs over to Ronnie Reedus, receives the handoff. Will drive, kick it to Reedus. Reedus for 3. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Rooks. Rebounded by Rooks again. Rooks dribbles, steps through, goes, pass, dime, off, rebounded by Nutter. Offensive rebound. Here's Davis from Johnson Jr. for three. Knockdown City. Dion is on fire. Let's see if he can get 18 points in each quarter, just like Kobe did. In the first three quarters, and 24 in the fourth quarter. If my math adds up correctly. Here's Bradford. Bradford over to Carter. Carter over to Williams. Williams drives, slams. No, it's an offensive foul. Number 5, Christopher Bradford. Here's Johnson Jr. Over to Rook. Drive. Johnson Jr. for three. That's in. Johnson Jr. will knock down a three, and Davis will get another assist. Here's Ross. Over to Carter. Carter for three. Up in front of the rim. Rebound by Ross. Here's Bradford. Side step. Out. No. No good. Here's Johnson Jr. on the push. Johnson Jr. over to Davis. Davis throws it inside. Ronnie Reedus. Reedus taking it to the post office. Turns. Fade away. It's off. Rebounded by Carter. Over to Bradford. Bradford with a side step through. Nice quick step. And he'll recover and throw it over to Williams. Williams, it's off too hard, and oh wow, it's off Williams as he was standing out of bounds. We're gonna take a timeout. We'll see you guys after the break.
All right, guys, timeout on the floor. You know what that means. Hey, I'm missing one kid. Right there. Got her. Come on out here. We got a holiday race to get things started. Hold on, what's your name? Give it up for Tyler, everybody. What's your name? Delaney. All right, hey, these girls have been with our name before. I'm taking them words. Man, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, ladies, you know the drill. You're racing out your runs when we say go. Ready, set, go. Oh, she's on one of your steps. Stay on it. Stay on it. You got it. Go. Oh, she practiced with this. She was ready for this. We got a winner. Make some noise for her. Great job. Fire, great job. All right. She just won a Chick-fil-A gift card. Courtesy of our friends at Chick-fil-A. We got 4 more to go today. Let's go, Shark.
Back to live action. Sharks up 13-6. 6:40 left in the first quarter. Checking in the game will be Trey Dimmoth. And checking in for the Long Beach Blue Wave will be number 10. This is Michael Dillard. And bringing the ball up will be Johnson Jr. Here's Johnson Jr. guarded by Bradford. Over to Rook. Rook wide open for three. But he's going to take it to a crossover. Drive, step. It's a scramble. And the ref will blow the whistle and put a hand up. We don't know what he's going to run. Let's see the big jumper. Free throw. And the other. Yes, we have 23, Kyrie Williams, jump up against the big man, Cameron Rupp. Rups to Kicks it out to Davis. Davis to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. dribbles, fake spin, drives to the hoop, puts on the brakes, fade away J. It's good. Bernard Johnson Jr. Getting a start. Here is Christopher Bradford. Drives, scoops. Wow, how did he do it? 15-8, Sharks up 7. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Here is Bernard Johnson Jr. Over to Ronnie Reedus. Hand off to Dimmitt. Dimmitt goes around, comes around, floater. It's good. Okay, Dimmitt will go ahead and get himself on the board with 2 points off the layup. Here is Christopher Bradford. Pressured by Johnson Jr. Over to number 10. This is Guillory. Rebounded by Davis. Davis pushes and advances. Over to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. being patient. Looks, finds open Davis. Davis pump fake. Drives. Scoop. It's off. Rebounded by number 23. That's Kyan Williams. Williams advances to Bradford. Bradford. Alley-oop. No. Intercepted by Rooks. Gets it out to Johnson Jr. Now Johnson Jr. throws it to Dimmitt. Dimmitt gives it to Reedus. Over to Johnson Jr. Into the corner to Davis. Davis has a little bit of space. He'll throw it to the other team, and that'll be 24. Isaiah Hawk with the steal. Hawk steps through. It's off, and he'll be fouled by Dimmitt. First. I apologize if my microphone was down a little bit. We had to turn it up a little bit right now. Score is 17-9. Sharks up 8. 4:58 left in the first quarter. Here is Hawk for free throw number 2. Hawk. It's short. Air ball. Here is Johnson Jr. He'll be guarded by Ross. Over to Dimmitt. Dimmitt. Over to Davis. Davis. Over to Rooks. Rooks skips it over to Reedus. Over to Dimmitt. Lots of movement from the ball. It's caught by Reedus. Recovered. Pass to Davis. Back to Reedus. It's like Globetrotters. Over to Dimmitt. And Dimmitt won't be able to catch the ball off the overhead pass. Here is Amar Ross. Do you think he's related to Rick Ross?
Looks like it.
Ross over to Kyan Williams. Williams kicks it out over to 10. That's Guillory. Guillory, it's off the backboard and off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Rooks. Here's Dimmitt. Dimmitt cruising, jogging over to Johnson Jr. from a deep 3, and he'll knock it down. And that'll be 3 points, and 20-9 as a wow. It's alley-oop, and Kyan Williams misses the alley-oop. 20-9 as Davis will drive with a nice move, but get blocked and clean it back up, and they will miss and rebound by Ross. Ross pushing, full speed, looking like Sproles. Here's number 4. This is Jovan Robinson, and he missed. It's rebounded by Ronnie Reedus. Here is Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. gives it to Reedus. Reedus has a dribble inside. It's overthrown. Rebound stolen by Jovan Robinson. Here's Ross. Halfback screen over to number 10, and this is Guillory for 3. Michael Guillory. And we're going to take a timeout. The score is 20-12 with 3:20 left in the first quarter. We'll see you guys in a second. Sharks up 8.
All right, we got Lindsay
Back to live action. And checking in the game is Jordan, or number 9, excuse me. And Javon Nutter, I think, will check back in. And Sharks are up 8 with the ball, 3:20 left in the first. Here is Johnson Jr. Guarded by Ross. A little bit of pressure applied. And he'll put on the brakes and hand it over to Nutter. Nutter inside the Holmes. Holmes pivots. Fadeaway jumper. Knocked down. Jordan Holmes with a nice fadeaway jumper. 22-12, 2:57 left in the first quarter. Here's Ross with a mean crossover. Mid-range J. Oh, it's off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Dimmiff. Dimmiff will push middle. Showtime Sharks. Over to Holmes. Holmes alley-oop to Rooks, and Rooks short-ended it. Here is Robinson over to Ross. Ross. It's deflected and stolen, and Rooks picks it up and gives it to Johnson Jr. Advance to Dimmiff for 3. It's off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Holmes. Hand off to Dimmiff. Dimmiff for another 3. It's short, off the rim. Rebounded by 24. That's Isaiah Hawk. Bringing the ball up is Ross. He'll advance it to Carter. Carter to the corner to Robinson. Back to Carter. Carter. Knocked down 3. It's off. Rebounded by Rooks. Johnson Jr. will bring the ball up. Guarded by Ross. He'll get a high screen. He'll throw it to the roller. Rooks. Rooks goes up with the left. It's off. Rebounded by Ross. Ross cruising into the middle of the court. He's at the three-point line. He'll look around. Dribbling. And he'll go around the screen, crossover, and throw it over to Robinson. Robinson, mid-range jumper. Off the mark. Here is the rebounded by Cameron Rooks. Here is Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. Dribbling, slow dribble. Inside the Rooks over the top. Rooks, ball fake, picks it up, skips it, and it's stolen by Ross. Amar Ross looking like Champ Bailey, the NFL cornerback. Here is Mark Carter. Floater off the back of the rim, rebounded by Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. will dribble. Go around another screen, fake spin, seal, mid-range pass to Holmes. Holmes uses a step through, and it's short. Rebounded by Carter. Here is Carter. What a dime. Over to number 10. It's off, and it's rebounded and cleaned up by Jovan Robinson, excuse me. Sharks up 22-14. 45 seconds left in the first. And here is Nutter. Nutter. Over the top to Rooks. Rooks goes up, and he'll make the basket and finish for 2. 24-14, 30 seconds left in the first. Sharks up 10. Here is Ross. Have you been to Ross Dress for Less?
Yeah, Ross Dress for Less.
Here is Ross. Crossover. Nice shot. And he knocks it down. Ross. Amar Ross.
Ross Dress for Less. Knock it down.
Here is Dimmiff. Dimmiff with 9 seconds. Dimmiff goes, scoops. It looks like a goaltend. And referee official number 55 is going to go ahead and award Trace Dimmiff with 2 baskets. Or not 2 baskets, 2 points, sorry. The score is 26-16. That is the end of the first quarter. We'll see you guys start off the second quarter.
All right, Sharks fans, let's make some noise for Jameer. In case you guys didn't know, it's blackout night tonight, and Jameer does not have a black Sharks jersey yet. But Jameer, if you can make a layup, a free throw, and a three-pointer in 24 seconds, you're going to get a black Sharks jersey. Heck yeah. So, all right, shot clock, are we ready? All right, when I say go. On your mark, get set, go! He's got the layup! Oh, this kid might be a ringer. Oh, he's got
All right, welcome back for the start of the second quarter. Sharks will start off with the basketball up 26-16. Here is Johnson Jr., guarded by Robinson. Here's Holmes. Holmes, mid-range jumper. What's up, Holmes? He knocks down the mid-range two.
Knocks it down.
Here is Christopher Bradford. Bradford over to Carter. Carter goes with an unorthodox layup, and he'll get fouled. And Nutter pleading his case, but I don't think there's going to be a change on the call.
All right, Sharks fans, free throws coming up, so you know what time that is. Leave it short.
Here's Carter. Misses the first one. Do you think he's related to Vince Carter?
Might be.
That's something we just have to ask personally. As Carter will shoot a second and knock down the second. Sharks up 11. Here is Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. dribbling over to Dimmoth. Dimmoth dribbles, and he's going to step on the line. And turnover on the Sharks, and the Blue Wave are going to take the ball back. 28-17. Here is number uno, Connor Jackson. Action Jackson. It's off, and it's going to go back to the Sharks. Here is Johnson Jr. Between the legs, full speed, puts on the brakes. What a move. And he'll turn up the speed, accelerate, over to Holmes. Holmes, over to Nutter. Nutter gives it over to Colton, I believe. Here is Johnson Jr. for three, knocked down. The score is 31-17, 10:50 left in the second quarter. Here is Mark Carter. Carter, inside, it's batted and stolen. And here is Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. accelerating. Looks like he's turning up the speed a bit as he pulls up for three, and it's going to be a miss, and it's rebounded by Carter. Now Carter wants to show you he got some speed. Carter inside to Robinson. It's off, but it's cleaned up by Mark Carter. The score is 31-19, Sharks up 12. The past couple games, a few games, the Sharks have been turning up the intensity. They look like a whole different ball club. As Johnson Jr. will pull the crossover and the spin move, and he'll drive with the scoop, and it's off, it's batted, and it's recovered by Nutter. Over to Colton, Jacob Colton. In the corner, over to Johnson Jr., it's off the front of the rim, rebounded by Colton, and it's stolen by Bradford. Christopher Bradford, drive, step, and he'll finish. 31-20, Blue Wave down 10, and Robinson will get away with the attempt to steal the ball as Nutter will advance it past half court and pick up his dribble over to Johnson Jr. And we're going to take a timeout with the San Diego Sharks as Coach Cheeks will verbally get his wants after he spoke with the ref.
We got a couple of hungry, young and hungry Sharks fans over here. Make some noise. What are your names? All right, get rid of these boys. We got a French fry eating contest courtesy of Camino's out front. So, all right, on your work. Get set. Go. Let's see these boys take good account of the prize. As a reminder, Sharks fans, we got also
All right, back to TBL live action. Inbounding the ball will be Deon Davis. Over to Johnson Jr. Or, wait, this is Terrence Jackson, actually. And here is Davis. He'll throw it into Reedus. Reedus will pull up mid-range, and it's off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Carter. It looks like the Blue Waves are turning up the intensity a bit on defense. All right, and the Sharks got to get back in sync. Here is Bradford. Over to Carter. Mid-range jumper. It's in. Mark Carter. 31-23. Sharks up 8. Here is Davis. They'll go around the screen from Nutter. Double team coming. And there's a double team. Hound's getting Davis is getting hounded as he got off the Dimmoth. Here's Jackson Jr. for 3. That is Terrence Jackson. Terrence Jackson with the knockdown 3. That was incredible. Here is Christopher Bradford. Over to Kaim Williams. Yes, sir. He'll get his 2. It is 34-25. Sharks up 9. Here is Davis with Bradford on him. He'll spin. Wow. On the floor, mid-range, or actually 3, and it's off the Sharks. And the Blue Wave will take the ball back. Here is Christopher Bradford. Last time he played, I think he had 31 points. All right, here is Connor Jackson. Jackson gets it stolen and sneaking behind is Javon Nutter, and he'll do a crazy scoop, and Kai Williams will go sliding towards the exit. To the line, shooting a free throw is Javon Nutter. Missed the first one. And coming into the game for the Blue Wave will be 24. That is Isaiah Hawk. Coming out is number 21, Mark Carter. Also looking to check in will be Cameron Rooks off the next dead ball, as Nutter will shoot his second free throw attempt. Here's Javon Nutter. He'll shoot, and he'll knock down the second. And here comes the Giant, Cameron Rooks. Oh, he's not even in. He won't come in yet. All right, here is Amar Ross. Over to Bradford. Bradford will drive, go around, skip over to Amar Ross. Ross, mid-range jumper. It's knocked down. Sharks up 8, 35-27. Here is Jackson. Will hand it off. Davis dribbles, throws it to Nutter. Nutter over to Dimmoth. Quick first step, drive, and he'll go with a hook shot, and he'll finish. Kareem Abdul-Dimmoth. Here is Connor Jackson. Connor Jackson will dribble at Dimmoth, mid-range J, and he'll knock it down. 37-29. Sharks up 8, 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Here is Jackson. Over to Dimmoth. Dimmoth will go over the top, and he'll pass over to Nutter. Nutter pivots, gives it to Davis. Davis drives, puts him on the floor, and he'll shoot a 3, and he'll knock it down. Here is Ross over the top to 24, and block party, or no, it's a foul. Deon Davis was looking to do quite a bit of things over there. That makes sense. He's saying, you know what, I can do both. I can handle the ball, I can shoot the 3, and I can go get a block, but that wasn't a block until that foul was called. That was a block, I guess, until the foul was called. Here's 24, Isaiah Hawk. He'll miss the first one. You think Isaiah Hawk is related to Tony Hawk?
No.
We'll have to find out. We'll have to talk to Tony, and we'll have to talk to Isaiah personally. Here's Hawk. He'll knock down the second one. Here is Jackson. Terrence Jackson. Hey, you see the moves he got? You think he's related to Michael Jackson? Here's Reedus. Reedus. Knocked down three. It's off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Jackson. You think he's related to Terrence Jackson? Connor Jackson. You think it's this long lost rally? As Williams will throw a dime. But yeah, they do have the same last name, but they might not be related. You never know. But usually when I see last names, sometimes I think like, oh yeah, I know this person has the same last name, they could be related. It's something you gotta check on ancestry, right? Some people got long lost cousins, you know. As Isaiah Hawk will go to the line, and he'll miss the first one. Score is 40-30, 6:06 left in the second quarter. And we do have a guest celebrity in the building, but he doesn't want to be exposed on camera. We have Tony Hawk. He's actually here. He made the trip from Carlsbad. As Hawk will knock down the second one. That is our celebrity of the day. So, spirit celebrity of the day. As Jackson, Terrence Jackson, will dribble the ball, and he'll go against Bradford. Over to Davis. Davis. One hand over to Reedus. Reedus. Hand off to Jackson. Jackson over to Rooks. Rooks. Hook shot. Kareem. No. Rebounded by. It's volleyball. You like volleyball?
Yeah, I love volleyball.
Volleyball. It's volleyball around, and it's going to be the Blue Waves ball. Who's your favorite volleyball team?
I never see a volleyball.
And here is Christopher Bradford. Bradford deflected, and it's going to be Blue Waves ball. Here is Mark Carter. Mark Carter, scoop layup finish. Mark Carter. Hey, you know Carter from Rush Hour 2? Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, also known as Carter. Kind of reminds me of that. But here's Davis. He'll drive, throw a dime, Rooks, hook. It's good. And we're having one heck of a game over here as Rooks will try to block Bradford. And I think Bradford has a hamstring cramp as he sits down, and Jackson will throw up some crazy shot off the foul, and it'll be marked as a foul on the floor. The score is 42-35, 4:47 left. Sharks up 8, and coming into the game is KJ Houston and Bernard Johnson Jr. Blue Waves attending to Christopher Bradford, who's sitting on the floor right now. I mean, he may have a cramp, or he may have pulled a hamstring off that last basket that he tried to take. Bradford will get up and walk to the bench. They'll sub him out. Not quite sure what happened. We'll have to get a report on that. And KJ, or the ref, calls for the whistle as we get coaches in the middle. We're gonna have to wait this conversation, and we can give you guys the outcome of what is going on.
Don't forget, we're back at home tomorrow at 2 p.m. against the West Coast Breeze. All of you should have got a business card with the spot on the back that says your name and contact information. We're going to give away 10 autographed jerseys by the entire team. These are the game-worn Sharks jerseys tomorrow. And the only people that can win are you guys that were here tonight. So bring those cards back with you tomorrow, and you got a chance to win one of 10 signed jerseys. Make sure you go to sharksbasketball.com and get your free tickets for tomorrow.
So let's do some trivia. Who is your favorite artist from Long Beach, California?
I never hear of artists like that on California.
Snoop Dogg?
Is Snoop Dogg from Long Beach?
You like Snoop Dogg?
Oh, Snoop Dogg's fire, yeah.
Davis will go to the line for a free throw, and I guess there's a tech, and Davis will knock it down. Sharks are up. Not sure if the scorekeeper fell asleep. Agent Drew needs to wake up. It looks like Agent Drew has fell asleep on the score. We gotta go wake him up real quick. Give us 1 second. All right, now Drew is awake, and the score is 43-35. Here is Johnson Jr. over to Houston. Houston with Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. with the ball. Johnson Jr. Freeze frame jumper. Knockdown City 13. And we'll go ahead and give him 3 points. 46-35. Sharks up 11. Here is Mark Carter. Pump fake. Inside the 24. This is Isaiah Hawk. Over to number 10. And that's Michael Guillory. Michael Guillory doing one heck of a debut. This is our first time seeing him, and he's doing pretty good. Here is Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. KJ Houston. It's long and rebounded by Mark Carter. Carter, what a move. And, oh, they called a travel. I thought it was a really good move, actually. I'm going to have to look at the replay on that. He put on the brakes with the 1 foot hop. Didn't take a step. I kind of think that call was a little bit early. Here is Johnson Jr. 46-38. Advance to Davis. Guarded by Connor Jackson. Here's Davis. Behind dribbles around the screen. Nice fadeaway, and he'll knock it down. Deion Davis having one heck of a game. Real efficient right now. Here is Amar Ross, and he'll knock down the sleeper three. Long Beach Blue Wave not going away yet. It's 48-41. Sharks up 7. Sharks pretty much been leading the whole game. Here is Johnson Jr. Goes around the screen. Mid-range pull-up, and it's off, and it's rebounded by Isaiah Hawk of the Blue Wave. Bringing the ball up will be Amar Ross. Advance to Mark Carter. Mark Carter puts on the brakes, picks it up. Double team, triple team. Connor Johnson off the knees of Isaiah Hawk and recovered by Davis. Davis dribbles, advances between the legs, spin move, holy tornado, and he'll pump fake, and it's a fumble. And he'll pick it up with 10 on the shot clock over to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. with his own holy tornado, and he'll finish. What a shot. This is not OKC or Kansas, but that was one heck of a holy tornado right there. As a rebound will go to Mark Carter. Mark Carter with the float game, and he'll finish and sell a foul in the back and fall to the floor and get the and one. Do you like the holy tornado spin move?
Yeah. This was awesome.
That spin move was nice. Deion Davis with the first spin move and then into the, wow, I thought he was going to finish that one and then he fumbled it a little bit. Then he gave it to Johnson Jr. and guess what happened? Holy tornado part 2. And Johnson Jr. was finished. We'll see you guys after the break. 50-43, Sharks up 7. 2:22 left in the second quarter.
We got another game lined up here. This is the big one. As you guys know, thanks to our friends at Team Kia, Team Hyundai, and Team Mazda of El Cajon, one lucky Sharks fan is going to get a chance to shoot a half court shot in our last home game for a chance to win a car. Those things are right now, we're going to get another qualifier. They're going to go home with the oil change too. So here, come on down to this end. What's your name? All right, now take that basket. Come on over here. What's your name? All right, here we go. Are you ready? They know what they're doing. Get set. Go. Everyone make some noise for Dawn. Our ball player Dawn, we're going to see you in our last home game. You might have a chance to win a car. You're getting an oil change courtesy of Team Mazda of El Cajon. Big thanks to all our sponsors tonight. San Diego!
Back to live action.
Back to live action.
Yes, sir. And going to the free throw line will be Mark Carter. You like Lil Wayne, the Carter 3 album?
What's that?
Lil Wayne, the Carter 3 album.
Oh, yes, that's an old school album.
Carter 3, here is Mark Carter, speaking of Carter. And he'll knock down the free throw. Here is Bernard Johnson Jr. over to Nutter. Nutter with the throw out of bounds, and I don't think he did that on purpose. But yeah, the Blue Waves are gonna get the ball back. Sharks up 6. Here is Amar Ross. Ross goes around the screen. What a move. And he'll pass it to Robinson. And Robinson will miss the 3. And it'll go back to the Blue Wave. And it looks like we're going to take another timeout. Not quite sure, but we'll see you guys after the break. All right, back to live action. Inbounding the ball will be Guillory. And Ross will hold the ball. Ross inside to Carter. Carter, side step over to Ross. Ross deep three. In and out burger. Rebounded by Cameron Ruck. Here's KJ Houston. Over to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. goes around the screen. Mid-range jumper. It's good. Johnson Jr. making a tough mid-range shot. 52-44. Sharks up 8. Here's Carter. Mark Carter, pump fake. Over to Williams, back to Carter. Wow, nice give and go action. And Mark Carter will finish through contact and look to capitalize on a three-point play.
All right, Sharks fans. Number 21 name is Mark. We're going to take it out there. Lead and short, Mark. Lead and short, Mark.
52-46. Sharks up 6. 1:14 left in the second quarter. Here is Mark Carter. He'll knock it down. 47-52. Bringing the ball up is Johnson Jr. Behind the back move. Over to Ronnie Reedus. Reedus, wide open three. Decided to pass it. Over to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. Crossover. Puts on the brakes, mid-range, yes. Johnson Jr. cash money as of recent. Here is Amar Ross. Ross goes away from the screen. We'll give it to number 10, Guillory, who gives it out to Carter for three, and it's good. Mark Carter, the fireman. Lil Wayne, the Carter three. He's on fire, man. Here is Bernard Johnson Jr. Again? No. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Ross. Ross floater. It's good. Wow, now the Blue Wave are down 2 all of a sudden. And it's 54-52. Sharks up 2. The Coach Mayo's margin of victory is pretty close. I did say 1 through 10. I did think it was going to be a close game. It can go either way. Here is Johnson Jr. 10 seconds on the clock. 4 on the shot clock. Johnson Jr. Back step. Short. What a pass. But it's going to be shot clock violation because the ball didn't hit the rim. Inbounding the ball is Guillory over to Ross. Ross, the half-court specialist. And it's off the back of the rim. And we'll see you guys after halftime. 54-52. Sharks are in the lead. We're gonna put you guys on a commercial break. Come back in about 15 minutes, and that'll be about 8:17 our time, 8:18. And hope you guys enjoyed the first half. Go ahead and take a break. We'll see you guys in a second.
cash? I mean, we had it right here. Huh? Because right now it's on the black screen. Yeah, we're filming from up here. You want to see it? I mean, there's not much I can do, but I can show you what it looks like. Put on the camera. So let me show you. First thing, hold on. So like we'll put it on YouTube. So just type in the Long Beach Blue Wave versus the San Diego Truck. You know, it'll be up on YouTube.
I will tell her.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, back to live action. We got some halftime stats. So from the top, we have Javon Nutter, 0 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover for the half. Trey Dimmiff, 6 points, 2 personal fouls, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 2 assists. And he's also 3 for 5 from the for field goals, 3 for 3 for 2, and 0 for 2 from 3. Terrence Jackson has 3 points. He's 1 for 1 from the 3-point line. We also have Deon Davis, 13 points, 2 fouls, 2 steals, 1 turnover, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and he's 2 for 4 from the 3-point line, and he's also 3 for 6 from the 2-pointer from 2 points, and he's 5 for 10 from field goals. Jordan Holmes, 2 for 3, 4 points, also has a rebound, and Cameron Brooks with 5 points, and Bernard Johnson Jr. has 22 points. And 1 rebound. All right, and Cameron Brooks has seven rebounds as he'll finish for 2. And it's 56-52. Here is Amar Ross over to Mark Carter. Carter over to the corner, number 4. This is Robinson. Robinson goes up, gets blocked. Rebounded by Rooks. Advances to Davis. Davis advances to Nutter. Nutter for 2, foot on the line. Off the rebound is Deon Davis, offensive rebound. Davis pivots, goes around the screen, drives, strong, and will finish. 58-52. Sharks up 6, 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Here is Amar Ross. Ross. Cross. Mid-range floater. It's good. What a move by Amar Ross. 58-54. 10:42 left in the third. Here is Johnson Jr. Here is Ronnie Reedus. Has space at the 3-point line. He'll hand it off to Johnson Jr. Jr. will spin a Rooney, go up and get it to Rooks off the rebound. And Rooks is going to go to the free throw line for 2. $10:22 left in the third quarter. Sharks up 58-54, and shooting 2 will be Cameron Brooks at the free throw line. Brooks is off the back of the rim. Here is Cameron Brooks. He'll knock down the second one. The score is 59-54. Here is Amar Ross. Up to Williams. Here is Kaim Williams. Kaim cuts through the paint, slices through, and finishes with a 2. Here is Davis. Davis. Oh. God. Let me see it. Davis. Drives, goes up. It's a foul. Sorry for the delay. We're going to update the score. It's actually 59-56. 59-56. Davis will knock down the first one. 60-56. Third quarter, and then we got the score updated. As Davis will knock down the second one. 61-56. Here is Amar Ross. Ross. Excuse me. Over to Isaiah Hawk. And Ross will gather back up deflect the ball. He'll throw a dime to Kaim Williams as he slices through for 2. And the Sharks are up 61-58. Here is Deon Davis. Davis. Dribbling. And he'll go around the screen, behind the back. It's stolen. Here comes Carter. Over to Kaim Williams. Kaim, and one. And Nutter comes up with the foul and is explaining himself. And coming back into the game will be Jordan Holmes for Ronnie Reedus. Here is Kaim Williams looking to tie the game. 9:13 left. Sharks up 61-60. Williams knocks it down at 61-61. Here is Johnson Jr. Over to Nutter. Nutter over to the corner. Inside over to Davis. Rooks gets contact, and he'll finish without the call. 63-61. Here's Ross. Ross drives full speed. It looks like he has a whole nother gear as Carter will kick it out to Williams. Williams drives. He just had the last basket. He'll go up, and he doesn't get the call. Rebound by Rooks. Here's Johnson Jr. Spins through the double team. Over to Deon Davis. Davis hesitates, goes up, and he'll finish for two. 65-61. Here is Mark Carter. Carter. Crossover. Goes, and it's a foul on Rooks, and Mark Carter will be going to the line for two. $8:27 left, 65-61. Sharks up 4. Mark Carter will be at the line to shoot 2. And he'll miss the first one. Carter will miss it, and Holmes will get the rebound. Here is Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. drive, left hand, crossover to his right. Gives a little arm to create space. Here is Davis in the corner with the ball deflected over back to Johnson Jr. up top at three-point line. He'll spin, go mid-range, throw it up, and it's off. Rebounded by Ross. Ross cruising, turns up the Jets, bring it back out. Over to Kaim Williams. Williams surveying. He'll go inside. This is a handoff from Hawk to, I believe that's number 10, Guillory, and coming back will be the Sharks, and it will have a reach from behind foul. Here is Holmes. Holmes will inbound to Davis. Davis goes around the screen, brings it out, guarded by Carter. Over to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. drives, gets fouled from behind, and Michael Guillory doesn't look happy about that foul call. And going to the line will be Bernard Johnson Jr. Sharks up 65-61, 7:29 left in the third. Here is Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. will knock down the first one. Hey, he had one. Actually, Deon had one heck of a ride with the Geniuses. Speaking of the Geniuses, I think he had a few triple doubles. Pulled through in a few close victories, and he actually had a few blowouts too. But we also lost a few games. But here we go. Back to the game. Here is Michael Guillory. Guillory over to Mark Carter. Mark Carter. And wow, he gets punished, but he doesn't get the call. Here is Johnson Jr. Jr. crossover, drives, scoop, yes. Sharks gaining momentum. 7 minutes remaining in the third. 68-61, Sharks up 7. Here's Ross. Ross has been cooking lately. He'll give it to Kaim. Kaim speeds up, gives it to Carter. Carter, three-pointer. It's good. Mark Carter. And Mark Carter's been on fire as well. He's had a lot of solid makes for his jump shot from the 3 and in the mid-range. Here is Johnson Jr. over to Nutter. Here's Holmes. Holmes skips it to Davis. Davis for 3. It's blocked. It's rebounded by 24. That was Isaiah Hawk as Mark Carter will get the slam and assist to Amar Ross. And Sharks need a timeout. They're going to talk things over. It's 68-66. Sharks up 2, 6:11 left in the third quarter. We'll see you guys at the after the timeout. Watch out for the court. Don't hit the court. All right, here we go. Back to live action. Here's Terrence Jackson. Over to Rooks. Rooks. Hand off over to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. falls to the floor, throws it off the foot, and it's going to be Sharks ball. Dimmiff over to the top, over to Rooks. Rooks at the three-point line. Over to Holmes. Holmes drives, goes up. It's off, and it's going to be Blue Waves ball. 68-66. Sharks up 2. Here is Mark Carter. Mark Carter looking to get a starter, and he does. Starting a little run here. Blue Waves regaining momentum. Looking to get back in this game as they've been trailing pretty much the whole game. 68-68 tie game. Here's Mark Carter. Looking for the lead. He'll knock it down. 69-68. Sharks down 1. Here is Terrence Jackson. Jackson over to Dimmiff. Dimmiff guarded by Ross. Dimmiff goes around the home screen. Spins. Throws it over to Holmes. Holmes posting up. High post. Holmes. Crossover. Dribble. Loses it. It's a roll on the floor, and it's a shot clock violation. And subbing out of the game will be Cameron Rooks, and Deion Davis will check back in. Sharks going to play small ball here. Here is Amar Ross. Ross dribbles with Jackson on him. Ross crossover to the corner. This is Connor Jackson guarded by Dimmiff. Jackson Jr. Connor Jackson. It's stolen by Holmes. Here's Holmes running the Showtime Sharks. Back to Holmes from Jackson, and he'll finish. Showtime Sharks. And we got the 5 smalls out there, and they're doing pretty well so far as Amar Ross will pull up mid-range. No effort. 70-71, Sharks up. Sharks behind 1. 4:40 left in the third. Here is Deion Davis. Davis over to Holmes, to Johnson Jr., and it's a knockdown 3. 73-71, Sharks up 2. Here is Connor Jackson. Jackson over to Williams, Kaim. Inside to Isaiah Hawk. Hawk, turn around, finish. 73-73, 4:15 left in the third. Here is Davis, wide open 3, count it. And Jackson tries to sneak and get a steal. And the Sharks are up 76-73. Here is Connor Jackson. Connor, it's off. Wow, what an amazing rebound by Isaiah Hawk. Kicks it out to Kaim. Kaim to Mark Carter for 3. No, short. Rebounded by Holmes. He kicks it out to Davis. Davis will bring the ball up. Guarded by Connor Jackson. Here's Dimmiff. Dimmiff pivots, dribbles, drives, float gain, yes. Here is Amar Ross, 78-73, Sharks up 5. Here is Kaim Williams, over to Connor Jackson. Jackson, three-pointer, off the back of the rim, rebounded by Terrence Jackson. Davis bringing up the ball, advances it. Over to Bernard Johnson. Back to Davis. Davis for 3. Heat check. It's off. In and out. Rebound by Ross. I think Ross might have 10 rebounds. We got to look at that later. Definitely. I've seen him grab like 4 or 5. Here is a scramble, and Connor Jackson finds a way to finish. 78-75. And it's going to be Blue Waves ball. I think Amar Ross might have a double-double. We're going to take a timeout. 2:40 left in the third quarter. 78-75. Sharks up 3. Back to live action, 78-76. Here is Amar Ross, guarded by Terrence Jackson. Ross gets fouled. And that'll be a foul on Terrence Jackson. Here is Connor Jackson. In the post, inside, post office. He'll turn, and he'll get blocked. Deon Davis with the help defense. He'll get the block on that one. And he'll drive, go up, and he'll get blocked. And Holmes will recover off the rebound. And it's poked away, and here comes Carter. Mark Carter drives, floats, and he'll finish. All right, this game is getting good, 78-77. Kind of hope it goes down to the last shot. That's the type of guy I am. As Johnson Jr. will bring the ball up. He'll hand it off to Jackson. Jackson drives. He'll pivot, turn, cutter. That is Johnson Jr. It's off the back of the rim, rebounded by Connor Jackson. Here is Ross. Ross to the corner. This is Guillory. Guillory turns in, throws up a Kareem Abdul. Nice unorthodox left hook. And he'll finish. 78-79, Blue Wave in front one. 1:29 left in the third quarter. Here's Dimmiff. Dimmiff gives it to Davis. Davis pretty much having his way all day. He'll pick it up. He'll throw it over to Holmes. Holmes over to Johnson Jr. Jr. for a three. It's short. Rebounded by Mark Carter. Carter going, galloping. Drives. Step through. Floater off. Rebounded Carter. Carter goes up. Off. And it's going to be Blue Wave ball. Coming into the game is Lionel Alexander. Coming out will be Terrence Jackson and Jordan Holmes. And also coming back in is Ronnie Reedus. And Long Beach Blue Wave is going to take a timeout. We'll see you guys after the commercial break. Back to live action. Here is Connor Jackson. Over the top, here is Mark Carter. Carter with 1 minute left. Drives, hook, scoop, off, rebound Davis. Davis advances to Dimmiff. Dimmiff for three. It's off. Rebounded by Johnson Jr. Back to Davis. Davis. Johnson Jr. for three. It's off. And it's poked out, and it's going to be the Blue Waves ball. Checking back into the game is Kyle Williams. Coming out is Connor Jackson. Here is Amar Ross. We got a special guest in the building, Guy Levy. Shout out to Guy Levy and his wife, Erica. Here we go. Here is Mark Carter. Incredible In-N-Out burger. And Kyle Williams is going to get credited the rebounds, offensive rebound, and he'll throw it off Lionel Alexander to get the ball back. 78-79, Long Beach Blue Waves in front one. And here's Davis off the steal. No. To the corner, it is Michael Guillory. Off the back of the rim, rebound by Reedus. Here is Johnson Jr. Dimmiff driving to the hoop, goes up, no. Rebounded by Reedus, and it's going to be out of bounds. Out of bounds on the Sharks. 11.8 on the clock. Here is Mark Carter. Blue Wave up one. Carter crossover, takes it to the cup. He'll throw a dime, but the ref will say he's going to be shooting two. And Tyler Sycamore expressing his voicing himself as he feels there's a inconsistency in foul calls. Here is Mark Carter. He'll knock down the first one. Blue Wave up two, 80-78. These are my kind of games. I like close games, competitive games. I don't like blowouts. Blowouts is pretty boring. When you get blown out, it's pretty heartbreaking. And then when you do the blowing out, it's all good, but it gets boring as well. I mean, why wouldn't you want to play basketball to go get the game-winning shot? You know, the last shot with the last 3 seconds. Here is Mark Carter. He'll knock down the second. 81-78, 3.4 seconds left in the third. Here is Lionel Alexander. He's going. He's going to jack it up. And he's late, and it does not count. The shot attempt will not count. 81-78, fourth quarter coming up. All right, don't go too far. All right, if you want to go ahead and Uber Eats, get you some DoorDash, now is the time. You want to go refill on popcorn? Well, make sure you don't spill it on my way back to the TV. We'll see you guys at the beginning of the fourth. Speaking of music, we're going to ask a random fan, what type of music do you like? Who's your favorite musician?
I was thinking I like anything. I like old school funk. I like Kool and the Gang.
All right, be quiet. Back to business.
Kool and the Gang. Like ladies' night, am I feeling right? Ladies' night, am I feeling right? That's a song by Kool and the Gang.
Shout out to Guy Levy. And Random Fan likes Cool in the Gang out of all his musicians. This is ladies' night. There's something feeling right. This is ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Ladies' night. I actually like that song. All right, back to live action. We're here to start the fourth quarter. 78-81. Sharks down 3. Sharks been leading the whole game. That's pretty much the moral of the story, or the story of the game. And we'll see what the fourth quarter has in store for us. Here is Amar Ross. He's been on fire and making plays. And it's stolen. Here is Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. throws it inside the Reedus. Reedus, post office stamp, yes. 80-81. Sharks down 1. Here is Amar Ross. Handoff, Kaim Williams. Here's Amar Ross for 3. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Reedus. Outlet to Davis. Here's Davis. Davis having his way this whole game, doing what he wants. He'll pull up for 3. Yes, sir. And he'll continue. The continuation of Dion Davis. Here is Mark Carter for 3. He'll respond. It's off the front of the rim. Rebound Reedus. Out to Davis. Davis, what's he going to do this time? Davis behind the back. Dribbles. Freezes the D. Dribble. Throws it to the corner. Here's Dimmiff. Over to Johnson Jr. Spin move. Kick, pass, and nice finish by Ronnie Reedus. And Coach Russell Otis is going to take a timeout for the Blue Waves. Sharks up 4, 85-81. 10:46 left in the fourth quarter. Back to live action. Sharks go on a little run right now. Now they're up 85-81, 10:46. Coach Russell Otis with a timeout, looking to find a way to bring the Blue Waves back in this game. Sharks can pull away or Blue Waves can come back. Only 2 results that can happen in the rest of this game. Here is Amar Ross. Ross with Johnson Jr. on him. Ross dribbling. Goes around the Kaim screen to the corner. Here is Robinson. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Davis. Davis dribbles. He'll go ahead and run the point. He'll dribble. Go around the screen. Throws a pass to Dimmiff. Dimmiff drives, floater. It's off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Kaim Williams. Here is Mark Carter. Mark Carter. Drive, dime to Robinson. Robinson with the Kobe Bryant layup, but he'll miss. That was almost amazing. You got like the high athleticism or acrobat. Here is Dimmiff, and it's off the back of the rim, rebounded by Mark Carter. I meant acrobatic move. Here is Carter. Carter, dribble, corner. Here's Kaim over to Michael Guillory. Guillory gets stripped, and it's a dogfight for the ball. And it's going to be a jump ball between Dimmiff and Michael Guillory. Subbing into the game is Isaiah Hawk. Coming out will be Jovan Robinson. All right, we got quite a matchup here. And it'll be out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Sharks. You like DMX?
Yes, sir. I love DMX, baby.
How about IMX?
IMX. IMX is fire.
And here comes Bernard Johnson Jr. Over to Deion Davis. Inside to Rooks. Rooks drop step. Kareem Abdul. It's off. Rebounded by Isaiah Hawk. Pushing the tempo is Ross. He'll throw a dime in the Kaim Williams. And wow, the Blue Waves are down 2 now, and the Sharks are up 2. Here is Johnson Jr. He's guarded by Connor Jackson. He'll dribble to the right. Drive, kick out to Nutter, corner to Dimmiff. Dimmiff, mid-range jumper floater, he's off. Rebounded by Rooks. Rooks powers inside, misses, gets his rebound, goes up, hits the rim, rebound and miss. And we got players throwing chairs. We're not quite sure what happened, but it looks like Cameron Rooks is going to go to the line for 2. Oh, it's a jump ball. Sorry, I apologize. 8:56 left, 85-83, Sharks up 2. Jump ball between Isaiah Hawk and Cameron Rooks. Rooks gets it to Dimmoth, out to Davis. Davis will refresh. He'll throw it inside. It's stolen by Hawk, but he'll go out of bounds. It's going to be Sharks ball. That was like a Mario Kart banana peel slip. You know Mario Kart with the banana peel? Yeah, it looked like he slipped over a banana peel on that last play. Here's Dimmoth. He'll throw it over the top to Cameron Rooks. Rooks outside the three-point line. That's the high school three-point line. And now it's out to Johnson Jr. Jr. behind the back move, scoop, and 1. Bernard Johnson Jr. He'll be going to the line to finish the three-point play. Sharks up 4, 87-83, 8:42 left in the fourth. Going to the line for 1 is Johnson Jr., Bernard Johnson Jr. He'll knock it down, 88-83, 8:42 left in the fourth quarter. Here is Mark Carter. Mark Carter. Crossover, double team, over to Kaim. Kaim down the paint. It's off, but into the hands of Connor Jackson. And he'll miss the 3, and Rooks will get the rebound. Here's Bernard Johnson Jr. Over to Davis. Davis inside, bounce past the Nutter. Nutter, spin move, in and out burger. And it'll fall into the hands of Kaim Williams. Amar Ross behind the back, and he'll get fouled by Deion Davis. And that's a blocking foul. And 8:15 left. Here is Amar Ross. Ross to Connor Jackson. Connor Jackson. It will throw it out of bounds, and it'll be the Sharks' ball. Inbounding is Davis. Inside to Johnson Jr. He'll bring it up with Connor Jackson on him. He'll go around the screen. Rooks will roll. Nothing available. He'll kick it over to Nutter. Nutter to the corner. That's Deion Davis. Deion Davis puts on the brakes between the legs. Shimmy shake, drive, behind the back pass to Rooks. What an amazing pass. And Rooks is going to throw up a hook, and he'll get fouled. Going to the line for 2 is Cameron Rooks, former SDSU Aztec. Are you an Aztecs fan?
No.
Aren't you from San Diego?
Yeah.
So why are you not an Aztecs fan? Who are you a fan of?
I'm a fan of like NBA.
All right, Cameron Rooks will go to the line. He'll knock it down. Your favorite team is the Washington Wizards, right? That's right, it is. Okay, here is Cameron Rooks. In and out, rebounded by Connor Jackson. He'll get double teamed, and Kaim Williams will get the ball off 2 bounces inside the Isaiah Hawk. He'll get blocked by Cameron Rooks, sorry. Here is Bernard Johnson Jr. He'll call out a play. He'll give it high post to Rooks. Rooks pivots, jab steps, pivots to create space. This time he'll go to the lane himself. He'll go up scoop. It's blocked by Isaiah Hawk. And coming down the lane is Mark Carter. He'll leave the ball behind. It's bodies on the floor. It's Mark Carter with the ball over to Connor Jackson. Connor Jackson brings it out to the corner. Has some space. And he's going to drive over the hook top. No, it's off. Rebounded by Davis. Davis has Showtime Sharks. He'll slow it down. He's limping. And he's getting double team. And Coach Brandon Cheeks is going to take a timeout. I assume that Deon Davis might have a cramp in his calf. And, hey, we're going to take a commercial break. Give us a second. The screen will go out for a little bit, but we are here live, so give us 1 second. All right, inbounding the ball is Johnson Jr. Here is Deon Davis. Back to Johnson Jr. 6:49 left in the fourth quarter. Here is Cameron Rooks at the three-point line, guarded by Hawk. Hand off to Johnson Jr. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson Jr. will lose it. Cameron Rooks will kick it out to Nutter. Nutter to Davis. Davis. And it's a shot clock violation. .636 left. Here is Ross. Ross over to Mark Carter. Carter. Over to Ross. Ross behind the back. Dribbles. Creates space. It's knocked down. 91-83. Sharks up. Wait, excuse me. 89-85. Yeah, 89-85. Sharks up 4. Here's Johnson Jr. Drives. Gets smacked in the face. And he'll finish. Give 2 points to Johnson Jr. He'll go ahead and go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. It's 91-85. 6:10 left in the fourth quarter. Sharks up 6. Here is Johnson Jr. He'll knock down the free throw. 92-85, Sharks up 7. Bringing the ball up is Connor Jackson. This is a big play. Jackson over to Kaim Williams. Williams, fake handoff play action, will drive to the hoop. He'll throw it outside to Connor Jackson. Jackson to Michael Guillory. Guillory for three. It's off. Rebounded by Rooks. Now we're going to advance it to Bernard Johnson Jr., and he'll go ahead and pull it out and get it back. Dribble. And he'll run some clock and give it to Davis. Davis for three. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Javon Nutter. Nutter gets fouled, and he hits the floor, and he'll get helped up by Deon Davis. You like techno?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here is Johnson Jr. Over to Davis. Davis, back to Johnson Jr. Jr. goes around the screen, mid-range, behind the back to Nutter. Nutter for three. You count it. Big shot, Javon Nutter. What a pass by Johnson Jr. Behind the back. Nutter with the gather step, reposition, knockdown three. Here is Amar Ross. Wow, Amar Ross has been amazing today. He just finished the layup. Shortest guy on the floor. He might have the most rebounds. I'm not quite sure. Gonna have to look at that after the game, as Deon Davis will bring up the ball. Here's Davis. Sharks can close the game here with a few more baskets. Nutter, hand off to Davis. Davis dribbles over to Johnson Jr. Wow! And he puts Guillory on the floor, and he'll miss, and Rooks will clean it up. Not quite sure what happened there. It looked like, I don't know how to explain it. We're going to have to look at the replay. Here is Amar Ross. Sharks up 10. Ross, mid-range, gets blocked by Rooks, and Rooks looks like he has more energy as the game is advancing. It's like he's not getting tired. Here's Davis. Over to Nutter. Nutter, handoff over to Davis. Davis goes around the Rooks screen, mid-range, gets smacked in the back of his head, and he's going to be shooting 2 free throws. It looks like the Sharks should be pulling away with this game with 4:09 left if they can keep the momentum. Sharks in closeout mode right now. They're down 10, or they're up 10 actually. 4:09 left, fourth quarter, as Davis will shoot 2 free throws. He'll knock down the first one. Subbing back into the game is Isaiah Hawk and Jovan Robinson. Coming out is Michael Guillory and Kaim Williams. Davis knocks down the second. Bringing up the ball is Amar Ross. Here's Ross. Dribbles, goes through, and gets a smack from behind. A lot of smacking going on here as Jordan Holmes will come in, and subbing out the game will be Deon Davis. I think he might have a cramp. Here is Connor Jackson. Over to Isaiah Hawk. Hawk flies through the air and finishes. 99-89, Sharks up 10, 3:55 left in the fourth. Blue Wave's going to have to pick up some more pressure. It's Sharks are kind of cruising here as Dimmitt will dribble the ball, crossover behind the back. And now they will pick up the intensity as Rooks will step through and finish. 101-89, Sharks up 12. And here is Mark Carter. Carter drives in through traffic, and Rooks will get the rebound. Here's Johnson Jr. Showtime Sharks on the move. And Dimmitt will trip, and he is stumbling from the three-point line to the Mira Mesa Marauders logo. A little off rhythm today, but it's okay. Sharks are up 12. We're going to take a timeout. Russell Russell Otis is going to take a timeout and see if we can make some adjustments as Mark Carter is actually on the floor. He might be cramping. We'll see you guys after the commercial break.
Also, tomorrow, 2 p.m., we're right back here with another great game and golf for a couple weeks. So make sure you get your free tickets. Come back here tomorrow. Bring that Sharks card with you, and you will have a chance to win one of 10 game-worn. Don't worry, we watched game-worn autographed jerseys. Giving them away tomorrow. Only you guys can win, but you have to come back.
Oh, okay. I'll hit a splits. Okay, what split? Ace? 20. Surrender. I won. Push. Split three. Split three. It's 20 right here. Stand. Stand again. Stand, baby. Oh my God. Ooh. Ho. Ho, ho, ho.
All right, back to live action. Blue Waves' chances of winning this game is slimming down. Inbounding the ball is Kaim Williams. Kaim finds Isaiah Hawk. Here's Hawk. Hawk, full speed, turning up the Jets. He'll lose it, and it'll be stolen by Nutter. Over to Johnson Jr. Sharks pretty much got this in the bag. All they got to do is just be patient. But Johnson Jr. will get an offensive foul as he gets called for the stiff arm. You like stiff arm basketball? You like stiff arm basketball? All right, here is Amar Ross. Ross goes around the screen inside to Isaiah Hawk, and he'll get and one. 91-101. Blue Wave trying to sneak a comeback. Yeah, you like stiff arm basketball? Stiff arm basketball city. Here is Isaiah Hawk. Hawk off the back of the rim, rebounded by Rooks. Here is Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. goes around the screen. Another screen. Alley-oop. Nutter with the slam. And that's the exclamation point. Sharks running away here. They're up 12 points, 103-91. Here's Amar Ross. Ross pull up, high key, and I think he got fouled, but they didn't call it. So Johnson Jr. will look to run some clock here. Put on the brakes, seal the deal, goes up. What an amazing unorthodox move by Bernard Johnson Jr. as Ross will bring the ball up. Here is Mark Carter. Sharks up 14. Carter, high school three. It's off. More free throws. Time to stay a little bit longer.
We're almost there, Sharks fans. 2 minutes away.
We got cleanup on aisle 21. Mark Carter sees a sweat spot on the floor, or a wet spot, and yeah, you never want to see players get injured. So smart of him to wipe the floor, get some good grip with the sneakers, right? As he'll go to the line, and he'll shoot, and he'll knock down the first one. 105-92, Sharks up 13. Checking back into the game is Connor Jackson. Coming out is Amar Ross. Amar Ross plays with a lot of heart. Definitely stood out doing his thing. Here is Mark Carter, short, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Nutter. Nutter over to Trace Dimmiff. 2 minutes left. Sharks running away. Here is Johnson Jr. running the clock. Goes around the home screen. He'll drive. Throws up and gets blocked. Rebounded by Jackson. Connor Jackson going full speed. Scoop layup. He'll finish. 105-94. Sharks not quite finished yet. As Jordan Holmes will bring the ball. Here's Holmes. Crossover. Holmes throws it inside the Rooks. Rooks drop step. Hook shot. He missed. He'll clean up though and get the rebound and the points. Here is Carter. 94-107. Blue Wave down 13. And Nutter's going to seal the deal with the steal. He's going to push. Showtime Sharks. Here is Nutter with the slam, and he falls to the ground. And Sharks look like they're going to swim away with this victory. In the point margin, they definitely surprised a few people with a 13-point lead right now. Here is Nutter. He'll knock down the first free throw. Checking in the game is Jacob Colton, KJ Houston, Lionel Alexander, and Terrence Jackson. Coming out is Cameron Rooks, Trace Dimmiff, and Bernard Johnson Jr. And it looks like we have 5 players on the court at the moment. We do. Jackson hasn't checked in yet. And I think he'll be coming in for Nutter. Here's Nutter, Javon Nutter. He'll knock down the second free throw. 109-94. Here is Michael Guillory. Guillory off the back of the rim, rebounded by Holmes. Here's Jordan Holmes. Crossover, driving over to Colton. Colton, finish, no. Cleaned up by Jordan Holmes. He'll take the rebound and the points. 111-94, Sharks up 17. Over to Isaiah Hawk. Hawk pivots, turn around, spin move, in and out burger, rebounded by Jordan Holmes. Jordan Holmes is a rebounding machine. Here is KJ Houston. Over to Javon Nutter. Over to Holmes in the corner. Holmes drives. Unorthodox mid-range, he'll miss. Rebounded by Connor Jackson. Here's Jackson. Dribbles, pull up three. Yes, sir. He'll knock it down. 111-97. Sharks cruising out. Here is Javon Nutter. Nutter dribbles. Crossover. Over to KJ Houston. Houston with 10 on the shot clock. Houston. Corner to Jacob Colton. Colton. He'll drive. Mid-range get blocked. And it'll be saved. And saved. Houston jacking it up from half court. 3 seconds. Kaim drives. 1. And he'll finish at the buzzer. And the Sharks will take the victory. 111-99. 12-point victory. Our player of the game, I believe, based off not just the stats, but based off our performance that we've seen today, is Dion Davis. He was doing whatever he wanted today. He looked pretty dominant, and we want to give him recognition for player of the game. But I think our highest scorer was maybe Bernard Johnson Jr. You guys will have to look at it yourself. You decide what you guys think. But other than that, that's just perspective. We'll see you guys later tomorrow at 2 p.m. as the Sharks will be doing a back-to-back. Sunday, 2 p.m. home game against, well, I'm not quite sure. We're going to have to check the Sharks schedule. So we'll see you guys tomorrow for our mystery opponent. Or you can find out now if you go follow the San Diego Sharks on Instagram. We appreciate y'all. We hope y'all had a good night. You had a fun time. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Special thanks to the Long Beach Blue Waves for being classy opponents. And San Diego Sharks, hey, great job today, fellas. Keep it up. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Have a great night.
One more minute.